One of the common things you hear a lot of organizations talk about is their vision. What is the vision? What is the leader's vision? I like to think of a vision as a place or a beautiful mental picture that you see of where you want to go or where an organization wants to be. And the reason why this vision is important is because it drives everything from where you are now to where you want to go. It lets you know what's important, what's priority, all in helping you achieve this mental picture. Now, this mental picture becomes a fact when you, of course, put it on paper. But as a leader, if you're the only person who understands it or sees it on a paper or on a plaque or whatever it is you decide to put it on, then you have an issue of having to consistently drag everybody else along with it. So it's important that you're able to share this vision. And that's where the tricky part comes in. It needs to be clear enough where everybody who sees it automatically gets it. Remember, we talked about the whys. It's important, even before you get somebody into your organization, it's important for the person to have the same whys as you or the same pain points. When a person has the same pain points or that has the same whys, it's easier for them to clearly understand why a vision like this, the what, is important to achieve or realize. It should be challenging because if the vision is not something that you have to build on, then it's not something you aspire to. You have to work towards it. It has to be something that you want, something that is different, something that's not just right there, that you can work towards and build towards and aspire to. So it has to be challenging. It shouldn't be just something like, oh, we're going to turn around and tomorrow be working, or we should be working 8 to 5 tomorrow, just like we're doing today. There's no incentive. It has to be something that you can work and aspire to. Then it has to be general enough because conditions change, systems change, environments change, laws change, and if you're too specific, then you're already getting into the how. And remember, you don't want to jump to the how until you've taken care of the why and the what. So if the what is a little bit more general, you can then take your time, and depending on who you're working with and who complements your team, as we talked about yesterday, you can then work out the best way to achieve the what, the vision, by then being specific. So the vision itself has to be general. It definitely has to be people oriented because you're going to achieve that vision with people. So you need to take into consideration that it's people who are going to help you achieve that vision. It definitely has to be inspiring because for people to reach great heights or to move towards a particular dream or vision and to achieve it, it has to inspire them. They have to be moved by it. They have to be motivated by it. And most importantly, it has to be easily communicated. It's funny how communication keeps coming up over and over and over again. There's something that we talk about we talk about in branding, which we're not going to go into here in details in this particular segment, but for a company to understand or to brand, everybody needs to clearly understand the vision from the top to the bottom, and it affects even the way that customer service is delivered as a whole. So vision, it's important that any organization or any team has a clear vision as to where it's going. It's like a vehicle going to a destination, and every member or every person within that vehicle needs to understand that vision and be clear about it, and then they all work together to get there. And anytime that somebody is a little confused about that, it should be clear enough where any other member can quickly bring them back to the same page. Vision sharing is a very important aspect, and this is one of the things you need to think about when you're couching a vision. Stay empowered.